quick. This story came past my desk in the middle of the day. Okay, so first of all, before we even get into the story, before we even get into any of the shenanigans that we're gonna do, first thing I want to say is that tonight we're gonna talk about Nicki Minaj, and she's getting killed by a couple of blogs for various different reasons. And the reason in which why they're going in on her is because of her position on the jab. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to say, right? And the first thing that I want to say is a lot of people that have these positions on the jab, they don't have any firsthand experience. Zero first-hand experience. A lot of these individuals that come out against it, just for what I want to say. I'm not saying I'm for, I'm not saying I'm against it. I just want to make sure that we have both sides properly covered or properly represented. So basically what I'm saying is often when individuals that speak out against the jab have not had firsthand experience a lot of times, right? And obviously I'm only talking about celebrities and notable individuals at this point, because the only reason why I'm saying that is because there are a lot of people that say, there are a lot of adverse effects that have happened, and people speak about these adverse effects that happen, and it's not, how do you say, it's not, pardon me. Someone's just fucking with me. So, a lot of times that we hear about individuals that have adverse effects or something like that, somebody says it's like a folklore or a myth, or people don't always believe it, or they say something against it, or they make fun about it, like when the individuals that now they could charge batteries and all types of weirdo shit. Like, we don't know if that's a trick of the camera. So in this particular situation with Nicki Minaj, there is an actual thing that she talked about that involves someone in her family. And that's what we're going to be discussing with this particular situation with Nicki Minaj. Somebody in her family took the jab, and this is what she came out to say something against, and now she's getting dragged. And I'm not saying I'm for or against the jab, but I'm 100% on Nicki Minaj's side on this. I want to say something, and just so we could be clear and fair and extremely impartial. Everybody has a right to their own belief, okay? So a lot of people there's a lot of people that just don't get the jabs ever for whatever the fucking thing is. That they get it with their children, but then how many of us don't even get the flu shot? You understand what I'm saying? Understand what I'm talking about? How many of us don't even get the flu shot? Think about that. You're getting a shot for the flu. They're telling you it's a flu shot. Everybody's scared for the flu, right? Everybody. So you're going to go get the flu shot, right? But we don't really know what the fuck they're giving us every year. Every year, some of y'all go to the fucking pharmaceutical companies and let them shoot you up with something that they tell you is a flu shot. I just want you to focus in on that for a minute. We don't know what it is. So there's some people that they think like that. So they don't get any of these shots ever. Before we get to any of that, though, what up, Death? Critis says, well, me and my coworkers have no choice, and mad of them are pissed and scared. Well, this is what I'm going to say. There's a lot of people that don't have any choice. Do you hear? We just spoke about the doctors up in is a maternity ward, and all of the doctors in the maternity ward, they on strike. Because they're not really on strike. They can't go back to work until they get the jab. They're refusing to get the jab, so they're on strike. See how that works? So they're on strike because they're refusing to get the jab. It's not like you can tell somebody, yo, look, your baby's due today, and they be like, we don't got no doctors, and then they say, you know what, we're just gonna deliver it tomorrow. Like, that's not how delivering babies work. You understand what I'm saying? Delivering babies don't work like that. So you have to understand that there are a lot of people that's upset that they're going to be getting, that they're going to be forced or they're gonna have to get this particular thing. There are a lot of people. Plus, the jab is pretty new. I don't even trust cars that just came out. I'm gonna tell you some funny shit, right? Every time I've ever bought a PlayStation, the new ones, like I didn't buy the PlayStation 5 yet, but usually I get the PlayStation when it dropped, right? You know what I usually almost always do, except for with one PlayStation that came out? I usually wait until the second shipment. For everybody that don't know, they ship the shits like this. Whatever country they make them in, they ship them all the way over here, and then from wherever when they come in, then they break them up and send them to wherever the designated areas are. So the first shipment usually has the worst batch. You understand what I'm saying? The first shipment usually has the worst batch. And this doesn't just go for PlayStations. This just goes for a lot of this shit just in general. So the first batch that comes usually isn't very good. And that's when you're going to find a lot of like problems. A lot of those got to get, sometimes that's when you're going to have the biggest percentage of machines that have to get sent back, or that you're going to have problems or situations or issues with, and you got to bring it back to the store. So usually I wait for the second. So the point in which I'm trying to make is that this particular jab that they're giving the people, it's so new. I'm not saying that it's not necessary. I think that you need to weigh your options and do what is best for you. You have individuals who have to get it in order to keep their jobs. I don't know how fair that is, but I do understand why they're saying these things. But there's certain people that don't come in so much contact with the public. You understand what I'm saying? I could see if somebody comes into direct contact with the public at a high degree, then if you're saying that you want to mandate somebody who comes into a lot of contact with the public at a high degree, I can't argue against that, because their life and the potential of them getting something and then spreading it to 40, 50 people in 5 minutes is high, right? The potential of that. So anybody that comes into a lot of contact with the public have to keep handing things back and forth, have to speak or be in close communications with the public. If they're saying that those individuals have to get the jab, I can't argue, because there is it's the trolley problem. You know what the trolley problem is, right? Def says we do, but we have a mass mandate and we are cool with that. Recalls, etc. Exactly. You know what the trolley problem is, right? I want me to tell you what the trolley problem is. Okay, so you have a trolley on the track, and it's going at the track parts, and on this side you got a group of people, and on this side you got one person. What do you do? The trolley problem. Often they want to make the one person like something like a baby. You got a baby on this side, and you got 5 people in the regular age. Like, gotta let the baby live. I don't know what you're gonna do, but what you gonna do? Those 5 people, 2 of them might be a scientist. One might have to cure the cancer. You don't know. You don't know. It's 5 of them over there. You don't know who they are. You on the train. You looking from a distance. So it's the trolley problem all over again. Anyway, I want to say this. Nicki Minaj said that she has a relative in Jamaica who got the jab. I don't know if this is true. This is what she said. She has a relative in Jamaica who got the jab. It made his scrotum, it made his ball sack, his balls, swell, and now he cannot reproduce. He was just about to get married. The woman that he was going to marry, she doesn't want to marry him anymore. So she says that she's scared. I want to say something else also, mind you. Nicki Minaj's husband just had to plead guilty to being for not signing up as a sex offender. A lot of this shit be connected. Decide what's best for you. I'm not against nor for it. I'm going to be honest with you. If you got to be around elderly people, if you have to be around people who could get sick, I don't know what to tell you. I'm telling people, watch, we ain't gonna be able to do nothing in a minute. Yo, I swear, if you don't get that jump on, we ain't gonna be able to do nothing in a minute. All of you mofos out here buying property and buying land and all of that stuff and making little houses, and y'all gonna make these villages and everything, and y'all building these houses for people to move to. Make sure you got one for me. Because I'm going to be honest with you. The only problem I have with the jab, the only real problem I have with the jab is that most of these take 7 years in order for them to be tested. Is it 7 or 5 years? That's my only real issue. That's my only real problem. So I don't know. What up, Lamar Clark? How you doing, my brother? Salute. So I don't know. And that's just some real shit if people don't know about it. It usually take about like something like 5 to 7 years for them to be able to test and test out the vaccines, make the vaccines, test them out, all type of shit like that. Emmanuel says, what up, Jack? Salute. He said, you seen what Nicki said about the jab does, yeah, I heard. No, she didn't say that that's what it does to everybody's nuts. She said that happened to somebody of her families, just so we could be clear. A major part of the troll problem is that the track you with, the major part of the trolley problem is that the track you are on will hit 5 people if you do nothing. But if you pull the lever, you only hit 1. Do you pull the lever? Yeah, you have to pull the lever. That's not a question. You can't stop the trolley. You have to pull the lever. We can't kill 5. Just don't know what to do at that point. Got to pull the lever. Does the one person have the cure to cancer? Maybe we don't pull the lever. Anyway, Dev says, and that's why my coworkers are pissed, are scared and pissed, because we said the same exact thing. Look, that's my issue. I'm not one of these people that think that the government is trying to poison us. What I do think is because of, see, I'm going to say something real quick. We are overpopulated as a planet. Do y'all understand this? People say we're not overpopulated because they'll say, no, we're not overpopulated. Look, there's land over there. Yeah, nigga, there's tons of land. But other resources are finite. You get it? They're already cloning chickens for fast food restaurants. Emmanuel says, after the story, I don't know anymore. Sounds scary. Sounds scary as hell. Just so people can get an understanding. Like, we really are, as a planet, overpopulated. Why do you think China has all of the problems China has? There's too many people living in China. There's too many people living in China. Like, if everybody remembers, do y'all remember that China used to, they actually changed this policy as of late. China used to have a situation where you could only have like 1 child or some shit like that. So what was happening was people, if you have a daughter, your daughter gets married off and you don't have nobody to take care of you. So what people was doing was, if they had a daughter, they were killing their little baby daughter so they could try again and have a son. So China went through a real long period where they had not enough freaking women. Now I'm going to tell you something that's even funnier than that. Hold on. I'm going to tell you something that's even funnier than that. That don't got nothing to do with the particular topic, but it's just something real funny and has something to do with that part of the world. Japan actually had a problem with their pregnancy rates because the men over there started getting so addicted to video games that they stopped having sex. This is a real thing. Over in Japan right now, they have a problem because the porn industry don't have enough men. This is a real thing. The porn industry in Japan does not have enough men. This is a real thing. This is a real thing. For everybody that think I'm fucking around, this is a real thing. Yeah, this is a real thing. Go look it up. You don't believe me. They don't got enough men over there for the porn scenes. And it's just, they got a shitload of women that's ready, and willing and able, and they ain't got enough men. Yeah, their birth rate is low. I was just telling you about, they had a whole generation of that was just so addicted to video games that they weren't even having sex. They weren't trying to get women. They weren't going out, like they wasn't part nothing. They wasn't doing nothing. They were just playing video games. A whole generation. Why do you think over there that the females being on the video games half naked is a big thing? Where you think that shit started? What up, Casino? Chilling. Why do you think that shit started? The females being on the video games dressed up like dolls and shit. Where do you think that started at? They had to figure out a way to get the men's attention. But once again, like I said, the world has a population issue just in general, so don't know what to tell you. The world is actually overpopulated. That's why we have so much disease in the first place. Y'all do know that, right? Y'all do. Wait, hold on. We just gonna talk about just some real shit. Y'all do know that overpopulation creates disease, right? You do know this, right? Like, overpopulation creates disease. Just in case nobody didn't know. You think out all these diseases on the planet. I don't know, married enough. Yeah, they're not married enough. They're not going outside to meet nobody. How they gonna marry? They marrying their avatars on fucking on Xbox or some shit. They on PlayStation marrying their freaking GTA. Can you marry a GTA player? Okay, I'm not going there, Emmanuel. We're not going there. Also, it's open for whatever y'all want to discuss. They want to limit gaming to 1 hour a day and weekends and holidays for minors. They want to do that in China. Apparently in China, they think that they're falling behind the rest of the world, or they're not advancing fast enough in front of the rest of the world as far as with their I guess scientific achievements. If you want to create more scientific achievements in your society, what you do is you start making the kids smarter, right? So the next generation, it's always the next generation. If you want to improve something or destroy something, it's always the next generation. Forex says, I think it's a deeper problem than video games, but the guys are using the games as a crutch. I'm going to say something. I'm going to explain something and say something. And this is the main problem this is a problem that we just have in society now. And I think it just exists. But what people don't realize is the system of courting now is as such. Okay. I used to go to school with this girl in high school. I hated her guts. Every single damn day, every time I open my mouth, she has something to say, and I just hate that. I didn't hate her, but I just really didn't like her. Like, God dang it, she came to class today. It was one of those situations, right? It was a psychology class, too, we had together. So, I talked a lot in that class. So, Fast forward about 7, 8 years, I see her outside of school. I end up scooping her. We end up being in a relationship together. Right? I think it's different people have different ideas of what courtship is. Right? I don't think we have a defined method of what courtship is. I don't think we have I think people just have different ideas of what courtship is, period, in general. And I think sometimes when men are doing stuff that we think that we're courting a female, we might be using the right tactics on the wrong person. And I think a lot of that is happening. Because I'm going to tell you something. So I'm super laid back when I'm trying to holler at a shorty, right? I'm not really the overt guy, right? So today I was just in some chick chat and I was just like, throwing out compliments and shit, just saying slick shit. Anyway, so she get off. Anyway, she make a comment. She put up a board. She says the thing. I leave a comment on there. And she says, I prefer men that don't come on so aggressively. And then I'm thinking to myself all the time, like, I never really come on aggressively at females at all. That never works. But this time, what the fuck? Shout out to that sheet. But there's a deeper meaning behind that, and I know what it is. But I'm just saying about the idea, or whatever. Like, that's what I think it is. So I think that what the problem could be happening in Japan, because I don't think it's a black problem. I think it's a problem, a global problem that we just have, just in general. You understand what I'm saying? So that might be the problem that they have in Japan right now. That might be what the back then, what the actual issue might be. Individuals not sure how to court. There's people that still can't find the freaking the G spot. Like, what the fuck? So there's definitely people that don't know what's going on. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, let's get back to the actual topic. So they have those nurses that were going to, for whatever the reason, for what they saying is good reason, nurses and doctors that are refusing to take the jab. How do y'all guys feel about that? I'm going to ask you guys that. Can y'all put it in the comments? How do y'all feel about those nurses and that doctor that refused to take the jab? I'm not saying that they should have refused it. I'm just saying they did refuse it. How do y'all feel about that? Like, does that give you confidence in it? Are you happy that that they were removed from duty so they can't contaminate? I just want to know how y'all feel about that, just in general. Because I thought it was interesting. Because like I said a moment ago, the baby's gonna come. Whether it is what they gonna do? They're just gonna say, look, this is the room right here. There goes some water, some towels, make it happen. It's gonna leave the woman in there with the husband. Emmanuel says, honestly, I can't play video games how I used to as a kid. I get bored really quick. Man, I used to love video games when I grew up. I can only play games where I can level up and where I can improve something. And the more different variations that the character could do, the more interesting I'm probably going to be. I don't know what to tell you. But I go months sometimes without playing any video games. And then I might go a good 2, 3, 4 weeks and play every day. So it is what it is. Blaze says, I date a nurse who doesn't want the jab. She's medically exempt, so she gets a pass. Wow. Fortunate to her, I guess. I know somebody that I'm not gonna call them. They recently got sick. They said it's kind of bad. We'll see what's gonna happen. I actually shot a message trying to find out before the show, because I'm interested, so I'm trying to find out myself. Ill. So, I am definitely not a person saying that you should not do it. I'm really just having a conversation with y'all tonight because I want to know what y'all feelings on this is. I don't want y'all to have the same opinion as me. I really never do. I'm coming here and I'm having this conversation with y'all because I want to know. Other perspectives other than my own about this particular topic. Be honest with you. Usually I do want to just know other people's perspectives, but somebody will come here and say perspective, and then also I'm a bitch ass nigga. So yeah, they gotta go. I don't know what to tell you. There have been reports. I'm not saying these reports are true, but there have been reports that some females, after having gotten the jab, were unable to bear children. I don't know how true this is. I don't even know how they can know. Like, how could you know? Did you like get the jab, try for 3 days, said nothing happened? So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But there are people who are saying that I don't know how true that is. I'm not saying that that's a thing. I don't want nobody to believe. I don't want nobody to think that I'm saying that that's a thing. But that is something that there is a rumor out there that alleges that. I don't know how true that is. I wouldn't. I don't know how much. I don't know how much credence to. I don't know how much credit to put into that. I don't know how much to put into that. Most people in the medical field don't question their indoctrination. They are constantly learning to move up and have no time to question it. On the other hand, some do question it. Okay. BK Blazing says most people in the medical field don't question it. Oh, you just said that. The other dude retracted his message, so I couldn't read it. Nurses and doctors, Brooklyn BK Blazing says nurses and doctors don't have time to think out of the box. Okay. Shout out to Los. Shout out to the 203, New Haven, Connecticut. Salute. Forex Shark says, from what I'm seeing, the jab doesn't do much from preventing you from spreading. 74% of new cases in Israel are people who have gotten the jab. First of all, for everybody that don't know, the vaccine is always some of the actual thing that they want to vaccinate you from. I don't understand how this vaccine works. So that's another reason why I need them to have more information. Not that I know how vaccines work in general, but the way that the concept or the idea behind why a vaccine would be needed is because what you want to do is you want to introduce the antibodies, not inert, just so we can be clear, so everybody can know, inert antibodies of whatever the thing is that you want the body to now recognize and then build up. Pardon me, inert, not antibodies, but inert parts of whatever the flu, let's say the flu. Whatever the flu strain is, you're going to make inert parts. You're going to put it in a vaccine. Boom, you're going to shoot it up into a person. Now the person's body is going to now be able to recognize that thing is something foreign we need to destroy. So then it's going to send the white blood cells. It's going to learn what it is. It's going to learn how to destroy it. And now it's going to tell the rest of the body so that when that whatever that is comes into you, your body can know how to fight it off. It won't be foreign. Now, with this particular thing, they're also saying that you could still get it, even if you get the jab. So I don't understand why we getting the jab. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying, could you explain to me why we're getting it if you're also telling me that if you get it, you can still get it? I don't understand. Maybe I'm thinking too hard. I don't know. What you guys think? Maybe I'm thinking too hard. Maybe this is too much. Symbology Scanner said, the jab was designed to focus on the spike protein in the virus, but does not take an image of the source code of or the virus as the body's natural immunity does in your T cell memory. So what are you saying that, what does that, what does that in effect make it do? I'll reread that. So in effect, what does that make it do, Symbology? He says, the jab was designed to focus on the spike protein in the virus. Boom. But does not take an image of the source code or the virus as the body's natural immunity does in your T cells memory. They changed the definition on the CDC to state jabs don't provide immunity. Okay, so what is this jab supposed to do for us? That's what I'm asking. I think I agree with you on that one. This is Forex. BK Blazing says, why is Congress exempt from the jab mandate? Why is the people telling us that we have to do a thing exempt from doing the thing? Somebody tell me. Emmanuel says, I think a mask was the best thing, but they took the mask mandate away. But actually, they said we have to wear the mask again, even if... Look, I need to understand what the jab does first, in all fairness, right? Shouldn't we know what the jab does first? Am I wrong for thinking that? You're telling me that even if we get the jab, you can still get the thing. So why are we getting a jab? Okay, so shout out to Meg Chandler. Meg Chandler said, if you get the vaccine, pardon me, if you get the jab, yes, you can get, but it stops it from being life-threatening. Huh. Symbology says it stops the spike protein that is formed on your healthy cells. Okay. So they can't stop you from getting it, but they can make your body tougher at defending itself against the thing. Is that what you're saying? Hold on, one thing at a time, BK Blazing. This is why it's hard to have conversations. Let's make sure that we get this first thing down. All right, BK Blazing, you asking extra questions before we even sure about what they're saying about this. Let's make sure we get this down. But natural immunity takes a screenshot of the whole virus, and that is what makes you immune. So what up, Malik? So what it does is it makes you able. Okay, so the spike proteins attach itself to your cells, right? That's what you're saying. So these spike proteins, the jab makes it so that the spike proteins can't cover your cells, right? And what, spread or be worse is basically what you're saying, right? So why the booster shots? What up, Power Talk? Excuse me. Hold on. So why the booster shots? Excuse me. So check out. Hold on. So why the booster shots? Symbology Scanner says this is why the CDC changed the definition and removed the word immunity from definition in jab cases and herd immunity. The jab efficiency is dropping. Meg Chandler says because the current jab isn't effective against new variants. Okay, I got something to say about that. Hold on. I got something to say about variants. But I wanna ask y'all before we talk about variants, let's not forget we're gonna talk about variants for a minute. But before we get to variants, I wanna ask y'all about the booster shots. What's up with the booster shots? Before we talk about the variants, I want to know what's up with the booster shots. Put me on the game. Thank you, Meg. Oh, so hold on. Symbology says they don't want you to be able to make the case that you have a natural immunity. They don't want you to make a case that you have a national immunity against OSHA taking your job for not taking the jab. Meg says that's what the booster's for. Okay. So the booster, so you're saying that, so they're saying that this particular virus is going to exist forever. Is that what they're saying? Symbology Scanner says boosters are going to be the pharma hustled to rake in 37 billions a year. They already stated that. First of all, I want to, so hold on. All right, so that's what the booster shots are for. Booster shots is basically so they could get to the bag. All right, it is what it is. I'm not going to go one way or the other with that. You're telling me that you're giving me a thing that's going to make it so the virus doesn't connect to my cells. Now you're saying that there's variants of it. So you have to now continuously stick me with needles over and over again. Now they're going to do this to everybody on the planet? Is this going to be our way of life? Get needles for how many years? 40, 50, 60, 100? All right, so let's talk about these variants for a second. Let's talk about these variants for a second. Y'all do know what a variant is, right? Y'all do know what a variant is, right? Y'all do know what a variant is, right? Okay. So could somebody explain to me why people who have not gotten the jab have been accused for spreading the variants? What up, Stilo Facts? Could somebody explain that to me real quick? Could somebody explain to me how people who have not gotten the jab are creating variants? There's a scientific document from Israel, Symbology Scanner says there's a scientific document from Israel. 62K people were in the study. What did the study say? I don't know when you're joking and when you're serious. Oh, you're talking about weed. Yeah. Nobody can explain to me. Hold on. We had a lot of people in here that was very informative on this particular subject. I need for somebody to, because I keep hearing, who in here believes that people who have gotten the jab, have not gotten the jab, are creating the variants? Who in here believes that, I guess? Wait, so the study says the natural immunity is 3 times stronger than the vax? So that's why people are creating variants? So they want to weaken our immune system? I don't understand what you're trying to say. They want to weaken our immune system so we don't create variants? I don't understand what you're saying, homie. Okay, our regular, oh, the variant is a narrative copy. If my point being is, if mutations were happening, it has to be because whatever's changing has to be something new has to be introduced to cause it to change, right? For something to vary one thing from the other, one thing has to have something introduced to it that the other one don't, right? Or it's going to be the same. I mean, tell me where I'm wrong. If I am wrong, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. God damn it. I just don't get the stuff sometimes. I had a very long, no, I didn't get an opportunity yet. I don't ever get the flu shot, so I don't know what to tell you. I don't ever get the flu shot. I don't get the flu shot. I've never gotten the flu shot. I don't think I've ever gotten the flu shot, ever. Yeah, please don't post links. I don't think you can anyway. I think I'm the only one that could post links. Yeah, I don't get the flu shot. I just never did. I didn't grow up getting the flu shot, so as I became an adult, I said, hey, why change a good thing? Samuel Avila says it gets stronger if people catch it more than once. Wow. I mean, I'm gonna assume I did have the flu at one time or another. Symbology scan. Wait. I don't think anything is a conspiracy, Meg Chandler. I just don't get the flu shot. I can't just not get the flu shot. I never got the flu shot as a child, so I just never got it. Symbology scanner says, so the CDC used to state that if you have had polio or chickenpox, you don't. Well, I've had the chickenpox, but they changed their own 100-year rule for, oh, wow. AG says the media is pushing the narrative, create a vibe between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. Sounds like the media. I do be seeing people arguing and everything. You know how many families is probably arguing? People trying to browbeat other people into either getting the jab or not getting the jab. DMW says the Delta variant is not more harmful, just spreads easier. Also, thank you to everybody that's pulling up in here and sharing your information on this particular topic with us. Out of that motherfucking pocket. Sharing this information with this particular topic with us. This isn't something we normally talk about. Emmanuel says, you think marijuana helps you avoid the Rona? THC has been shown to be a bronchial dilator, and CBD is an anti-inflammatory. A lot of weed smokers surviving. I don't know, homie. I'm not going to even go that way to get it. Outside in says the jab doesn't stop transmission. Yeah, that's like the first thing we spoke about 47 minutes ago. I appreciate your comment, though. Just want to catch you up. DMW says, peace, Jack Frost. BBN Symbology Scanner says, that's the whole point of the narrative, to get the jabbed, to coerce the unjabbed or cancel them if they don't. Yeah, I don't care, personally. You ain't gonna be able to cancel me one way or the other, so I don't care. BK Blazing said, I seen Oprah friend Gail trying to push a narrative to not invite unvaxxed family over for Thanksgiving. Okay. Look, I don't think people get it. Nicki Minaj says she needs more research. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I think we need to know more. I don't think people get it, though. People are trying to shame people who actually got the jab. I personally think that that people who didn't get the jab shouldn't want to be around people who did. Like, because if you really think the government is doing something weirdo shit, I'm not saying that they are. I don't think this. But if you think the government is really doing some weirdo shit, why are you going to go around the people that got the weirdo shit done to them? It doesn't make sense. Shout out to that, though. And for everybody that don't know, we've talked about, we have a whole show. I interviewed a blood doctor. I forgot. A hematologist. I forgot what you call him. Hold on, I'm trying to pull this shit up for you right now. Can you? What the fuck? My fault. Something just came on my screen. Sorry, I'm reading some of your comments to make sure I ain't missing nothing good. I've already interviewed somebody on vaccinations, not this type of situation, but just in general. Um, it was on the Woke Cast. Me and CK Corey King interviewed somebody. I'm looking for that interview right here. Hold on, it was episode 3. Got to show it to y'all right now. It was episode 3. Told you. Jack ain't never steered you wrong, yo. I've been putting people on to what to pay attention to years before. Years before. Look. Go back and look at the video. This is way before, and this is before the pandemic. I was putting people on the game before the pandemic, man. Look, I don't know what to tell you. I was teaching people out. Look, man, I was going out and finding the people with the information, bringing them back, and having them school us. This is the shit niggas hate. Oh, Symbology said the virus was designed to designed. Okay, I'm not going that far. I'm not here for that. The virus attacks damaged cells. Dude, and she broke down. Look, I play a little bit of it. Hold on. I'll play a little bit of it for y'all. Hold on. I'll let y'all hear a little bit of it. This is real shit. That's why I be trying to tell y'all. That's why when people be talking crazy, I be like, niggas will ridicule the motherfucker that they should be learning from. Niggas who hate the niggas they should be learning from. BBN, Jack Frost, what's up, party people? Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Today, we are going to discuss vaccines on the Woke Cast. This is something that I think is very important and we need to get higher education on, whether you're for or you're against vaccines. I think it's always best to have all the information that is possible that we can have. Today, with me, Jack Frost, we have Corey King, and we have Vicky Parker sitting in with us. How you doing today, young lady?
Hello, how are you? How's everybody?
We're great, absolutely fantastic. Not
Thanks
as
for having
fantastic
me.
as you. Okay, so quick question, real quick, so we can just hit it off right out the park. Are you for or against vaccines?
For?
Why?
Because it's necessary. It's necessary. It's a global thing. We have to protect our kids and our community against these diseases that were at some point no longer in existence. And because of vaccines, that's why.
Quick question. If a disease isn't in existence anymore, and then all of a sudden it pops up again, doesn't that seem a little bit suspicious?
So, Corey, no, because vaccines are 98% effective, not 100%. So the disease is still lingering out there. Actually, the measles is airborne.
Wasn't there an epidemic recently? You heard about that?
Yeah,
because people stopped vaccinating.
But let me ask you this question right here, right? This is a little tiny question, right? This is a touchy situation. I'm going to argue with you.
Anyway, so that's the video. Oh, yeah, I put the link up. Shout out to BQ Mommy. Everybody say what's up to my sister-in-law. So that's the interview. She's a botanist or whatever, the people that do the blood work. She one of those people. So we interviewed her, and she gave a lot of information, a lot of good information. Hold on, I'll put the link in the description for you. She gave a lot of good information, and she was just talking about, in general, just so we could be clear. She wasn't talking about this particular situation because this situation did not exist yet. She was just talking about in general. Yeah, so that's what she was talking about. That's the link right there. I don't have anything else. That's the link right there. I'm not pinning that though, obviously. If anybody want to go check it out. Yes, it's been historically said that weed actually is good for asthma. What's giving you a headache, BQ? I'm not trying to come at you or argue. I was just starting to. I don't know what you're talking about, Meg Chandler. Nobody thought. No, I don't know why you think you're arguing with me. Um, I don't like the flu vaccine either. I'm unsure about any of them, but we get them to go to school, so they are. The only time I've ever gotten anything was when we're going to school. What up, D? What happened to BQ? She says, what's giving her a headache? No, I'm gonna do it the way that I'm doing it. I don't know how to do all that stuff that you're saying. I'm gonna keep my show going as quickly as possible, so I'm gonna do it the way that I'm doing it. I appreciate your input, though. So, already put the link up. You go check it out. That's basically we had her coming in. I asked her a lot of good questions about vaccinations. We spoke for about a little over an hour. She gave a lot of good information. Definitely, just go look at it. Just be informed. Like at the end of the day, like I'm not telling you what to do. I'm never really telling you what to do. I just want to give you information so you could be informed. So just be informed. As far as Nicki Minaj is concerned, they're going in on her, apparently. They're going in on her, apparently. I just seen one person post about it, but apparently people are upset with her saying that. And I want to know why. Samuel Avila says, other vaccines inject you with the virus. This is not a vaccine. It just helps your immune system. Okay. What, who say lovely peace? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, what Nicki Minaj said. Oh, I'll repeat what Nicki Minaj said. Hold on. I'll tell you what Nicki Minaj said again. Basically, Nicki Minaj has a situation where she says someone in her family had gotten a jab in Jamaica, she said. And their scrotum grew and got swollen. Their balls grew, got swollen. And it come to find out, now they cannot have children. When it was found out that they couldn't have children, they were supposed to be getting married in a couple of weeks. Their fiance broke it off, said, you know, I can't get married to you. Like, we can't have a family. Fuck, you know, they probably broken up also. This is the love of their life and shit. So Nicki Minaj herself said she's not going to get the jab until she gets more information and they do more research. And people are upset at her for saying that. That's crazy. And people are upset at Nicki Minaj for saying that. And I think that's insane. Somebody tell you a tragedy like that happened to someone in their family and you're upset because they're, you know, because of the seriousness that they're taking it. I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense to me. BK Blazing says Africa and other nations overseas were in winter season and got put on lockdown while we had our summer. We make it on lockdown when cold flu season comes for us. Lovey P says they about to X up because they are trying to push that. Yeah. We might be seeing the last days of Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj might be over with it soon as in a minute or two. It might be the last days of Nicki Minaj over here. It might be it for us. They coming for us. Nah, you're not wrong. They're really pushing hard for this vaccine. And I can't, if you believe that you're saving people's lives, and I think that you're doing the right thing. If you believe that you're saving people's lives by pushing for the vaccine, I think you're doing the right thing. If you believe in your heart that you're saving people's lives by going against the vaccine, then you understand what I'm saying? I know someone that's sick right now. For their family purposes and whatnot, I'm not gonna mention who they are. But I know somebody that's sick right now. So I'm 100% past the point of people talking about it's a hoax and shit like that. I'm not there for that. Something is getting people sick. They getting hurt. They getting fucked up. The government saying that we need to get this shot. It's gonna help with the situation. I want to know what you guys think about that. If I was standing in front of you and I said, yo, look, should I do this or should I not? I want to know, how would you convince me to go in the direction that you went or that you're going? What would you say to me? If you're a person that got the jab and you want more people to get the jab, right? What would you say? How would you convince me? Nicki Black backed out of the VMAs. It has something with them going at her. Look at Israel, the highest jab population, and they still having issues. Yeah. Symbology said, wait 5 years until a proper trial is conducted like all the other viruses in the past. Okay? I was one of the first that got the jab. I took it as a Jenny for the world, still alive, never sick. Okay? Symbology said, who knows, in 5 years, society might turn into The Walking Dead. DMV said, bae. Oh, yeah, we kicked that person. Shout out to them. What time is it? If y'all can ask me whatever, open up the discussion, whatever y'all want to talk about. Emmanuel says, Jack, you think the lady was hurting on Lil Nas X dress? He didn't have on the dress though. I feel she didn't want to say what she really had on her mind. First of all, the thing that Lil Nas X was wearing was just ugly, period. No matter who had it on. Shout out to him though for trying to pull that off. Samuel Emmanuel says, well, people have to take it, might be good or bad. You know, one of the main reasons why Satan hates human beings is because God loves us. And he so loved us that he gave his only begotten son to die for us. And he also gave us something that allowed for us to be able to defeat Satan. And that was free will. That's what people don't get. That's the one thing that we actually do need to defeat Satan. Free will. We need to apply it. So no, I don't like when anything is mandated. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable. I personally don't know anyone that did that I can speak of. But there are people saying that they did. But what the hell? We got to go on their word. Symbology Scanner says, Jack, look up a documentary about CRISPRs. It's how the vaccine came to be. It is DNA manipulation. With their biotechnology, they are now going to make feature at request before birth. First of all, they've been doing that. Not for nothing. Emmanuel says, you're forgetting that it says, so no, I wasn't reading from the Bible only. I was just explaining that he loved us so much that he gave us his son that died for him. So you can understand why Satan hates us, and why Satan is always going to try to destroy us. So you can understand what the one thing that we have that is actually our biggest weapon, and that's free will. So anytime they're trying to take our free will away from us, I don't feel comfortable. You get it? We have to agree to give our free will away. Yeah, I am tired. I'm a little exhausted. We have to agree to give our free will away. You understand? We have to agree to give it away. I feel like it's common sense. Nothing could be scientifically tested in 4 months. They usually run trials for this type of thing 5 to 7 years. So I don't feel comfortable unless they do that. How about that? Symbology Scanner says, I'm with you. Demons in power, they're changing good to evil and evil to good. But we got bigger issues. We got bigger issues than that. Like I said, it's free will. You understand what I'm saying? That's why whenever somebody try to force me to do anything, I just look at them differently. Like when somebody trying to force you to manipulate you to do something, they trying to make sure that you don't have no other options to force you to do a thing. I never do that thing. I don't care. I'm not gonna do that thing. That's just me though. You could be on whatever type of time you on. But I'm not doing that thing. And the people trying to force me to do the thing, maybe I call them out. Maybe I just keep that shit in the back of my mind. I know I can't fuck with them. Trying to force me to do something. I'm not doing that. Only people that should be trying to manipulate me and force me to do something is my kids and my woman. I don't got a woman currently. And, well, my daughter, she's usually on the job. Symbology Scanner says, you quoted John, but you didn't finish the entire verse. Well, I wasn't trying to quote it. The fact that I did quote it was dope. I wasn't trying to quote it, though. Shout out to that shit. I wasn't trying to quote it. If that was John 16, I You got to believe me when I tell you I was not trying to quote it. It was John 3:16. Shout out to that. Yeah, shout out to Emmanuel. Yeah, no, I didn't. I had no idea. I was quoting it. That happens sometimes. Symbology said, now they helping people when they close the church, but strip clubs and dispensaries. Yeah. I think one of the main reasons for closing the church, though, was because if one person gets it in the church, it's going to spread. And whole entire churches might be running around with it. You get it? So you had to close the churches. It's not gonna work. And you had churches that got like 100 people. They got like, they fucking in stadiums. They got like thousands of people. They had to close the church, man. Churches had to close. At this point, I'm saying, they can't possibly know the ramifications of it. They can't know the ramifications of it. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. I am definitely a little tired. And I'm just not used to doing the Tonight Show yet. So you got to give it a couple of nights for me to get back into a groove and my body be ready for this shit. With that being said, I'm going to let y'all go. Hopefully tomorrow my computer will dry off or whatever the fuck is wrong with it. And I can get back to doing what I need to do. But shout out to that shit. With that being said, I'm just going to let y'all go. Everybody, please, if you got anybody in your household that's awake tonight, give them a hug. Tell them you love them. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Give people their flowers while they're still here. Also, one of the main things we need to do when we wake up in the morning is drink water. Please, we got to make sure that we start putting more H2O into our body. You got to look at it like this. Water is us putting minerals directly into our body. And that's basically what we need, more minerals. So more water early in the morning. With that being said, like, comment, subscribes. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Boomers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.